are Aunt Hannah and Mabel the pup. We live and work from our 50-foot narrowboat, the Corridor. Come and join us as we attempt to navigate the English canals and the world as full-time artists. Here we go. Good afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing? It's another week on La Corridor, or as my mum would say. What did she say when we first got the boat and we kept saying it was called the Corridor? She kept saying she was trying to make it sound posher. She thought it was hilarious. I never understood the joke.
No, I didn't. The corridor.
The corridor.
That don't work now.
She's got the Lancashire the twang, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Preston like Chorley door. She says her or something like that. Anyway, welcome back. Ant's doing a print. I'm gonna finally show you some of my commissions that I've been filming over the past few weeks, and we'll see where else this week takes us. Let's go. So this is me from the past, because I haven't been able to show you what I've been getting up to, because I've had a lot of commissions this month. It's been a commission kind of month, but I thought I'd just document them anyway, and then you can see them in the future when the people have received the gifts, so I don't spoil the surprise. And what's nice about this one is it's from an old painting that I did, but I've added in some personalisation, so I've added in their little boat, or their boat. And I'm going to do a little card to go with it because it's for a birthday, so let's get cracking. What did you just ask me?
I'm not repeating myself. I was asking if my hair looked alright and I was embarrassed. Why did you get me to say it again?
For a laugh.
I've had a haircut. Sometimes you know when you come back from the hairdresser and you feel a bit like, oh.
You're not a big fan of the hairdressers either, are you?
Not really. No.
It's more the chit chat, isn't it? Because usually they want to talk about football and you don't really have an interest in football, and then you have to pretend that you... Why do you pretend? Why don't you just say, I'm really sorry, I don't have an interest in football?
Well, I do say that sometimes, but then they just like go completely mute
Silent.
on you, and it's even more awkward. And then sometimes they say to me, so what do you do, mate? And this is what I've come to learn, right? If you say to people, I'm an artist, they think you're either unemployed or lying. So I just say I'm a printmaker, which I prefer anyway.
But then do they get confused what that is?
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
Oh, just sit in silence.
Anyway,
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Gosh, like being at the hairdressers again. I'm drawing.
Cool.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to stick to this square theme. This isn't very abstract, or
No.
I wouldn't say, but
But you're sticking with the square, so that was a nice thing to come out of it, wasn't it?
yeah, because I really like it. Like, it's really nice, that big square, you know, and I don't need to do squares. So
I love doing things in squares.
yeah,
There's
so
something about squares.
I'm going to stick with that for a while. yeah, I just liked those sort of forms, those shapes. So I'm going to just do another picture like that, I think.
Decorators.
Painting, yeah.
So what? Another one of your old jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, it's always hard to judge really, but I just feel like making it, so I'm going to make it.
But you're not tracing it onto there this time because
No.
you didn't have paper big enough.
I've made this really awkward for myself because, as you've probably seen before, I draw my sketch, then trace it and flip it. But I've done this sketch, and obviously I haven't got paper this big enough to trace and then flip. So I am currently sketching it in reverse from this one,
Yeah.
re-sketching it.
Do you reckon in your lifetime you've done more flips than I have?
No.
Right, it's me again from the past with my commissions. Is it? Yeah, I'm from the past. So my next commission is crazy seagulls riding a skateboard with raucous pigeons in the background. So this is going to be fun. I think I'm going to have the seagulls and the skateboard in the foreground quite big, like looking at the camera, and then we'll see what we can do. Come with me. It's going to be fun. So I've completed my sketch. So there's a load of chaotic pigeons. There's the seagull with his chip on his skateboard. These fellas make me laugh. Who knew drawing pigeons would be so much fun? It really is. They're funny little things, aren't they? A few days later. And I think it's finished.
I think that's fantastic.
Hopefully she likes it. Pigeons.
Stealing chips.
They're funny, aren't they? They're funny things. So there you go. These metallic paints for £1. Now they might be absolutely rubbish, but I thought, well, try, why not? And there's all different colours, so that's going to be something fun to play with, maybe on cards. I've been putting I always put gold on my moon. This is the set that I had before that's just golds and silvers, but I've been adding just a little bit of sparkle to these cards. Some more hand-drawn cards going out. But yeah, maybe we'll do have a little go with these and see what they're like quality wise for £1. Okay, so that's where last week's video came to an end rather promptly. This next week I'm going to let Ant explain what's happened. There's been a lot of anxiety and a few arguments because it's been a bit stressful. I have terrible boat anxiety. I mean, they just want to sink. I feel like boats just want to sink, and we did nearly sink at Denver Sluice going into Salter's Load on an 18-foot deep river. If you don't know that area, go and look it up. It was horrific. I'm not going to go into it, but it's definitely changed how I feel about being on the boat. So this set me off into a bit of a horrible panic. The thing with boats is you think you find the problem, you think you've fixed it, turns out it's something else, or there's something else going on. It's the not knowing what's happening that I struggled with. So I'm going to leave this to Anthony, and if you've got some boat anxiety and you want to skip to the end of the video where we've got some nice things happening, feel free. Okay.
Welcome back, everybody. We have had a hectic week. First of all, our apologies for not having a video out last week. Hannah had started the video and then stuff went wrong. So I'll just let you know what was going on. We're not sinking, so that's really good. It's obviously the best news. We just had a major water leak somewhere and we had no idea where it was coming from. So of course that scares you to death. So I'll just give you a little explanation of what had happened and it might help you understand a bit. So our friends who also live on a boat, Keith and Kerry, they'd returned to their boat recently and found a great big leak in the dry bilges, which is sort of like a subfloor. You've got your floor in the boat and below that there's a base plate. So if you get a big water leak, it runs down along the base plate. And yeah, they had a big leak and it was from their chlorify, their sort of heating tank. So we thought we better check our dry bilges. We haven't checked them for ages. So I'll just show you where they are. Here in the bedroom, I've just pulled the rug back, the runner, and we've got these carpet tiles down, which makes it nice and easy to get to stuff. We have this little inspection hatch. So that's our inspection hatch. And if you lift that, you're into the dry bilges. We've got a couple of cloths in there at the moment, finishing drying stuff off. But basically we lifted this entire thing was full of water, which means you've got water potentially under the floor of your entire boat. So then obviously you panic. Yes, so once we found the water in the inspection hatch, we've got like a hand pump and we've got a bucket and we pumped the water out and there was 2 buckets full of water. So that's sort of 10 litres I think it was. So at least we knew it wasn't along the whole base of the boat. The next thing you have to do is like a process of elimination. You've got to find out where that water's coming from. And I'll just talk you through what we were sort of doing. Here in the front of the boat, this is our water tank, which I'm now refilling. We had to bail the tank out. We bailed the tank out just in case, you know, first step, in case our water tank's leaking. They do get rusty and, you know, you might form a small pinhole or something. So we bailed that out. The next thing is, the pipes run obviously off the water tank behind the walls of the boat, which is a massive pain, all the way down the walls. Next stop is the sink. So we had to work our way along the boat, take out all the cupboards and check every Jubilee clip, every pipe, and eventually Hannah found a leaky water filter under the sink and we had to literally rip out the whole cupboard and the back of the cupboards, and yes, we found a leaky water filter. So that's probably been running into the base of the boat and triggering the pump every now and then. So long story short, we fixed the problem. It's all fixed now. I'm refilling the water tank. It's taken nearly a week to sort all this out. We've had to change Jubilee clips, pipes. We've done all sorts and we've had some help from our friend Kev. So thank you so much, Kev, for coming around to help. Yeah, so we're not sinking. We was full of water, but we've sorted it now. But the problem is we haven't got any work done, so we've been a bit behind this week.
Right, so that was a short version of our week. We're not going to go into the anxiety of it all and the stress of it all. Boats are hard. We've learnt a lot over the last 10 years, but we're still learning. But the point of these videos is to create a nice, creative and calming space. Not just for me, to keep me calm and have that lovely routine that I like, but for all you guys as well. So let's get back to what these videos are all about and see what Anthony's been doing. And we've got some exciting news, which happened right bang in the middle of all the stress. So, but today's like the first day. It feels a little bit like we're back to normal, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it seems to all
kind
be
of
going well at the minute, doesn't it?
Don't even say that.
Oh, sorry.
Just don't even say it. So, are you cutting your picture?
I've started another picture, so let's have a quick chat. I don't know what's going on with the old hair.
Oh God, forget the hair.
I know, but you know, when someone points a camera at you. Yeah, so I think last time we saw you, we were doing the abstract picture, weren't we? And I thought I was going to run with that for a while.
Yeah.
So I sketched something which was going to be in last week's video, but that all came to a halt. And I've already started cutting it. So I'm continuing with this square thing. It's not really abstract as such. But funnily enough, it is another one of my previous jobs. So I've started to do these decorators, these painters. And can you sort of work out what's going on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It looks fantastic.
Okay, so yeah, I've started cutting this first layer. And this will be, I suppose, finished in the next video. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing. We're so discombobulated, aren't we? Because of all this stuff that's been going on.
Yeah.
We've literally had
Everything out.
Everything out. All the cupboards ripped out. All the wardrobe was ripped out. We've been under the shower. Yeah, so it's been a mess.
And we're not good when things are just, I don't know, like some people might have been able to deal with the problem and carry on with normal life.
Yeah.
Whereas
I've got a routine.
We've got a routine. We can only focus on one thing at a time. And if there's something going on, we can only focus on that until we've found the problem.
Yeah, well, you can't just be carrying on as usual with water everywhere, can you?
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I wish one of your previous jobs had been?
Plumber.
That or an engineer. I think basically, if you're thinking about moving onto a boat, be an engineer. It's helpful. Yeah, my anxiety is so bad that I'm actually still like shaking. It's ridiculous. I know it sounds crazy, but it is just it's who I am and all the rest of it. But I want to say a massive thank you to Keith and Kerry, who firstly gave me a hug. Sometimes you just need a hug off like a real life adult. And they brought me around this. Look, a little orchid. It's nice to be in a community. It really is. So, we've done a thing. It's a bit out of character and it felt like a bit of a risk, and it came right in the middle of the chaos and we were worrying like, are we doing the right thing? We've got a van. We sold our car, which is the only reliable car we've ever had, which is why we were worried to buy a van, and it's fantastic. The reason we wanted a van was we've wanted one for ages, and we've been looking and researching and just worried to take that kind of leap. But we wanted it so that, one, it can be an extra space, so Ant can work in here or I can work in here. 2, we could do land markets. 3, to be able to go and visit family who are far away, and we've got somewhere to stay. Also, when you have to get your boat blacked, if there's anything going on your boat and it has to be lifted out of the water, then we'll always have somewhere to stay, which is really, really useful. And of course, if the boat sinks, then we've got somewhere else to stay. That's not going to happen. And yeah, it's fantastic. It couldn't have come at a better time, because you'll never guess what. Just when we thought the problem was solved, the pump started going off again last night and we found another leak. So Anne is pulling out everything, trying to fix that new leak, and I am in the van editing. Perfect. I've been trying to come up with ways to, like, if we're out and Ant's obviously still working, because we're going to be just making stuff no matter what, you know. It's not really like a holiday thing. If we're out exploring, that's really fun, but we're still going to be working. And so I've been trying to come up with a system of hanging prints, which, as you know, is already tricky on the boat, but I think I might have cracked it. So here's the back doors, and they've got the insulation on, and then behind here is obviously the metal. So I've got these really strong magnets, which are a bit like this, but I've got some that are much stronger and they hold a lot of weight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to possibly, I mean, they stick on there lovely, but I'm going to get some heavier ones, and I might even cut a little circle round so that it sticks even better. I'm going to put a series of these on down the door, add rope, and then here we should be able to hang a few prints. Also means we can do some more exploring by road, which I am very excited about. Very excited about. And it's got heating, so we can even do that in the winter. Do you want to have a look? I'll show you.
Well, that's it for this week, isn't it?
Yeah. If you made it this far, congratulations and thank you.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a hectic week, but I think we're all done. We'll see what happens. You don't look sure. But yeah, I mean, I haven't made a print since that abstract one, which is like 2 weeks, I think.
I know.
And so we haven't got anything to offer you for a prize yet for the coffee, but we'll have something next week.
We'll be on it.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us if you've made it this far. Anything to add, Hannah?
I'm just wiped out. We've got hats on because...
Oh yeah, we've got hats on.
we look a mess because we haven't had any water.
No, so after we finish this bit of filming, I'm getting straight in that shower.
And if it leaks?
I'm going straight into the back of the van, putting the heater on and going to bed.
Yeah. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, push the notification bell. Hope you're all well, and we will see you in a less leaky state next week. Bye.
Bye.